there is passion, there is vision, there is aggression in this football club. 6-0.
What the fuck just happened?
Just let me fall to my ground. Look you. Just let me fall to my
Boom!
That just happened.
Samnin people, how are you all doing? And welcome back to another match reaction. I can only apologise for the lack of videos on this channel lately. I didn't do a match reaction for the Doncaster game, the Sunderland game, or the Ipswich game. I did explain why for the Doncaster game, but have now come back and seemingly at the best possible time. It finished yesterday, Plymouth Argyle 0, Charlton Athletic 6. 6-0. 6-0. No words whatsoever. I cannot believe what has just happened. Like, seriously, disbelief. Absolute disbelief. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. That is the best way that I can put that. Just pure excellence last night. Just absolutely phenomenal. And we are absolutely flying now. Absolutely flying. 10 unbeaten. The best away team in the division. And we really are looking very good in that top 6 right now. We're looking very, very good. So, let's get into this match reaction, people. Nigel Adkins named 2 changes to his side that drew at home against Ipswich. It, of course, was Ben Amos in goal, Adam Matthews at right back, Akin Famwo being one of the changes. He came into the side in the back 4. Jason Pearce and Ben Purrington finishing off the defence. Alex Gilby, Ben Watson, who came into the side as well in the midfield, and Jake Forster-Caskey completed that middle 3. And, of course, it was the front 3 of Dialang Jaisimi, Jayden Stockley and Liam Miller. Now, initially when I saw the lineup, I was a little bit concerned with the 2 changes. Obviously, Ryan Inniss was taken completely out of the squad, which I didn't really know why and still don't know why now. I don't know if he's got like a minor injury or something, or if Adkins is just resting him or whatever. If anyone knows, feel free to let me know. But yeah, Famwo came back into the side, which I didn't really have an issue with, but it was a concern of mine, you know, with Inniss playing so well. You know, he's played 8 games for us this season. We haven't lost, so it was a concern to see him out of the side. And also, Ben Watson, I was a little bit nervy with it as well. You know, he came in for Darren Pratley. He come off the bench against Ipswich for the last half hour. I don't know how he played. Apparently he played all right or so, but I'm not entirely certain. But I was a bit concerned with him starting. As for Ryan Lowe's Plymouth side, they went with their back 5. It was Cooper in goal, Edwards, Aimson, Woods, Watts and Lowe in the back 5. Panuche Kamara, Lewis McLeod and Mayer in the middle 3, and it was a front 2 of Luke Jepcott and Ryan Hardy. Now, obviously, there are some good players in the Plymouth side. Luke Jepcott, obviously, their top scorer at the moment. Hasn't scored in a while, though, but is, obviously, one of their best players, probably their best player at their club right now. He scored 3 goals against us this season, all of which at the Valley, 1 in the FA Cup and 2 at the Valley in the reversed fixture. Panuche Kamara, obviously, another good player. Now, I did miss the first 15 minutes of the game, as I was having a bit of a kick around playing some football with some friends and family, but I didn't really miss much by the sounds of it. It was quite a boring opening start to the first 15 minutes. Apparently we started quite slow. Plymouth were on top, you know, they were looking like the better side, and obviously, you know, just kind of the typical way that we start games, you know, I just looked really slow. I heard the same thing against Ipswich, you know, we started completely slow, and that's obviously something that we need to fix. You know, we need to be able to start games properly, quickly, and yeah, this scoreline, what it ended up being, you certainly would not have expected that in the opening, after that opening 15 minutes. But eventually we did take the lead around the 27th or so minute mark, I think it was anyway, and it was quite a bizarre goal, I'll be totally honest with you. Liam Miller got the ball on the left-hand side, an absolutely fantastic run by Miller. He used his pace really well, absolutely skinned the Plymouth player on that right side, drilled it into the penalty area. I actually think it was a shot from Miller. Drilled it into the area. Cooper makes the save. It comes back to Forster-Caskey, and he heads it in from the penalty area. But rather bizarrely, I think it was Watts or Woods, I think it was literally on the goal line and tried to save it with his hand. Literally on the goal line with his hands has gone to save it. The ball goes in the back of the net, and there is a lot of confusion about it, as the linesman did, you know, raise a flag, you know, obviously to go against Plymouth, because it was a, you know, blatant handball. But the ref gave the goal. The ref gave the goal. Jake Forster-Caskey was credited with it as well. His 6th goal of the season. Watts trying to pull off a Luis Suarez against Ghana in the World Cup 2010, you know, just deliberately handball away from goal. But, you know, there was 2 ways that could have gone. Give the goal and yellow card him, or send off Watts and give us a penalty. After we took that lead, you know, Plymouth did come forward quite a couple of times with some decent opportunities. I remember one in particular. I think it was Jepcott that got played through by Panuche Kamara. Flicked his way past the defence, laid it off to number 27, Lowe, who came steaming in completely unmarked near the back post, and he's just unleashed a first-time effort. A brilliant save, though, by Ben Amos, and then Panuche Kamara got the ball. He had a shot which was blocked by either, I think it was blocked by Famawo. I forgot to talk about this, I just remembered it now. I think it was before we went 1-0 up. There was a massive penalty shout for Charlton. We got the ball on the edge of the area. I can't remember who it was now. Someone took a shot, and one of their defenders has handballed it, and there was a lot of confusion around, obviously, the Charlton commentators, Terry Smith and Steve Brown, obviously inside the studio. Scott Minto, Alan Kirbysley and Dean Kiley were all like not really sure what to call it. Me personally, again, blatant handball, in my opinion. I think it is an absolutely blatant handball. You can see, I mean, if there's some highlights of it somewhere, I don't know, but you can see very clearly that when the guy takes the shot, his arm is literally, it was up here and then it goes back down and it hits him here, but his arm is still in the air. His arm's in the air. Hey-ho, we move on, and we did eventually get a goal through Jake Forster-Caskey, and we did grab a second right on the stroke of half-time, the perfect time to grab a goal, and it was none other than the headmaster, Jayden Stockley. There was some good passing on the right-hand side between Ben Watson, Jake Forster-Caskey and Adam Matthews. Adam Matthews eventually did get the ball on that right-hand side, put in a fantastic cross towards the near post, and there was Jayden Stockley. He done so well to get in front of his man and blasted it into the back of the net with a header. His 6th of the season. We've got to sign him next season, surely. We have to sign him next season on a permanent basis, and you know what? I think Jayden will be up for it. And you can see that through his passion, you know, his passion when he scored that goal. You know, he's screaming at his teammates going, yes, come on, you know, the passion is there.
That's what I'm talking about. Come on! Yes! Yes!
Yeah, that was half-time, 2-0 to Charlton. Right before half-time, the perfect opportunity to go into that second half and command this game, and boy, that is what we did. That is exactly what we did. As in the opening minutes, I think actually the first minute and a half, we did make it 3-0 with quite possibly the most freaky goal I have ever seen us score ever. Honestly, it is the most bizarre goal I've ever seen. Liam Miller got the ball on the left-hand side, cut inside into the penalty area. I have no idea why he shot in the first place, but he shot anyway. I think the shot took a deflection of someone, and then it's hit Watts, who obviously tried to deny the first goal, tried to be a goalkeeper. It then, as it come off him, spun back. It's gone under the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. I have absolutely no idea how it's gone in. It's you can only sit there and laugh. It literally is the goal you see on the Sunday League pitches. It honestly is just... and at that point, when you can see the goal like that, your heads are going to drop. You know, your heads are going to drop. And Plymouth, you know, after they concede that goal, you can see by the way they walked back to the centre circle to take kick-off again, you could just see they were just completely, you know, their heads were gone at that point. They were just completely out of it. And we completely took advantage of that, as minutes later, Alex Gilbey grabs his 2nd goal in 3 games and made it 4-0 with an absolutely superb goal. It's such a well-worked goal. Come through Liam Miller once again. You know, Miller got the ball, shielded the ball away, got past a couple of Plymouth men, laid it off to Jayden Stockley. He took his time, chipped it over towards Alex Gilbey, completely unmarked, inside the edge of the area, and he takes it on the half volley and bends it into the far corner past Cooper. Fantastic goal, absolutely superb, and Alex Gilbey grabbing another goal to his name. He has been absolutely superb since coming back into the side. You know, Nigel Adkins has put his faith, he's put his trust in him, he's let him play in a more advanced role, and Gilbey has flourished in that position, as he said. You know, he said on Charlton TV after the game, he said that Adkins has put him in a more advanced role, allowed him to play in that advanced role, and he has been absolutely superb. And he's saying he's loving his football right now, which is fantastic to hear, you know, because he said he's had quite a disappointing season. I've always said there is a player there. I've always said there's a player in Alex Gilbey. We just haven't seen it yet, and right now I think we're seeing it. And Plymouth were just completely out of the game. They just looked so lethargic, looked like they just couldn't be asked, to be totally honest with you. And that's exactly what Ryan Lowe said, you know, after the game. He said that there was no passion in that side whatsoever. There was no desire, no pride, and it got even worse for Argyle as around about the 50-something minute mark, it was Liam Miller who was a catalyst for the first goal, the catalyst for the fourth goal, and obviously was the building block of the third goal. Eventually did get his chance and did score. Ilang Jaisimi got the ball on the right hand side. It was literally 3-on-1. I think it was actually 3-on-1. Him, Stockley and Liam Miller. He played the ball across the floor towards Stockley. Stockley dummies it, lets the ball roll past him towards Liam Miller, who is completely unmarked at the far post, and he buries it into the back of the net past Cooper for Charlton's fifth. That is, I mean, if the game wasn't over then it is now, you know what I mean? The floodgates completely opened, and we showed no sign of letting up. You know, we were so ruthless, so dominating, you know, so brutal in front of goal. And obviously, after we grabbed the fifth goal, we did relax a bit. We did loosen up the reins a little bit. You know, Chris Gunter came on for Adam Matthews. Shinnie and Andrew Shinnie and Albie Morgan came on. Albie Morgan obviously coming back into the side for what was quite a while. We know he's not been involved in the side. And obviously, Darren Prattley did come on later in the match, as well as did Chucks and Ike. And it was the last two substitutes that would combine together to grab Charlton's all-important sixth, the real big six, if you may say. I was absolutely creasing when I saw that tweet for Chucks' goal. I was absolutely creasing. The real big six, just absolutely brilliant. Utter shithousery, obviously, with everything that's been going on with the European Super League and all that nonsense that's been going on there. I did debate making a video about it, but yeah, just thank God it's over now. Do you know what I mean? Jesus fucking Christ. But anyway, enough of the European Super League, enough of that Tin Pot League. Let's talk about how good our sixth goal was, because it was another really well-worked goal. Darren Prattley, a brilliant run-in on that right-hand side. He dinks the ball into the penalty area. Chucks and Ike pretty much unmarked in the centre of the area. I think the Plymouth defender did nearly get there, but Anike did enough to poke it past the goalkeeper into the back of the net for Charlton's sixth. And it could very nearly have been 7. We could have broken our away record that obviously we set against Barnsley back in 2013, when Anike once again got put through one-on-one. Instead of placing it, he absolutely lamped it, and with him absolutely drilling it, it's just fired, you know, straight past the goal. You know, not even. I think it just missed the post. But yeah, he really should have probably tucked that away. If he'd have placed that in, that'd have been going in for 7. Plymouth Argyle 0. Charlton Athletic 6. I actually completely forgot that we were 2-0 up at half time. I completely forgot that it was only 2-0. And after that freak of a goal went in for the third, the floodgates completely opened, man. We just, with pretty much every single shot in that second half, every single shot we were having was going in. You know, we just looked so threatening going forward, so commanding. There was a comment from Ryan Lowe in his post-match interview that did make me laugh. We dominated possession, you know, I guess in a way trying to, you know, clutch at straws, you know, trying to take any sort of positive that he could. The reality is, though, the reason Plymouth did dominate possession is because we were already 5-0 up at that point, and we were, you know, we loosened the reins a bit. We took our foot off the gas a bit. He obviously made those substitutions, brought on Gunter, Shinnie, Morgan, rested a couple of players. I think Plymouth were just absolutely shambolic at the back. You know, we just completely took advantage. We were so ruthless in front of goal. Every single attack was going in pretty much, and yeah, just a fantastic night for us overall. You know, a 6-0 win over an Argyle, and pretty much every single result last night went our way in League One, apart from Lincoln, who did get a result against Burton. But other than that, everything went our way. Portsmouth lost 3-1 to Swindon. Oxford lost 2-1 to Wimbledon. Sunderland drew 2-2 after being in front twice. Peterborough lost to Gillingham. Blackpool lost to Rochdale. Ipswich lost to Northampton. Literally every single team around us dropped points. And obviously with our 6-0 win, we are back in the top 6. If we recall back to when we had Lee Bowyer as manager, we were absolutely miles away from the playoffs, and teams above us, you know, had like 3 or 4, sometimes even 5 games in hand on us. And now teams have clearly not taken advantage of their games in hand, and now all of a sudden it is us with the games in hand, and it is us that are now in the driver's seat for us to take that top 6. And honestly, I don't see why we can't do it. I don't see why we can't get that top 6. Seriously. The form we're on right now, 10 unbeaten, the best run of form we have had this entire season. Under Nigel Adkins, you know, he has given us that belief back. You know, we thought this season was completely dead and buried under Lee Bowyer. We looked so poor, so lethargic, you know, we just did not look good at all. Under Nigel Adkins, in the space of a month, we look so much better. We look so much better, and I think everybody is in agreement with me on that. You know, defensively, we're looking solid. You know, Adkins has really got the best out of some players. You know, Dealang Jaisimi and Alex Gilbey in particular, I look at as the prime examples of players that really have come good under Adkins. Every single player that wore that shirt yesterday was outstanding. Absolutely every single one of them. I'm tempted to give everybody a 10 out of 10 in my match ratings in my description. Honestly, I seriously am, and I might well do. I think everybody put in a shift. Everybody was outstanding. And it was just a fantastic night overall. 6-0 win for Charlton, equaling our best away victory ever. The best away team in the division. Every team around us dropped points. The Tin Pot Super Duper Shite Super, whatever you want to call it, league disbanded within 48 hours. A victory for football. And above all, Ben Watson played 90 minutes of football without getting a yellow card. Absolutely smashing evening. So that is it for this match reaction, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, can you possibly leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and turn on those post notifications so you're notified of when I post. We are closing in on 2,900 subscribers. If we can get to that very soon, that'll be absolutely awesome. We are on the road to 3k subs for this 2-week period where I haven't been on YouTube. I probably should have at least got something out to you guys, but I didn't end up doing it in the end. I can only apologise for that, but yeah, we'll be back to uploading consistently. If you follow me on my social media platforms, you will know full well that my pitch hire game that was supposed to happen last year but got called off due to COVID is going ahead on Friday the 21st of May. If you take a look at my community tab on YouTube or you follow me on Instagram, you will know full well that there is a competition for one of you guys to play in the game. Head over to my Instagram, that's where the competition is being run. I'll leave a link to that post in the description. Fingers crossed we can actually get it done and it can actually go ahead. Thank you for watching this video, guys. This has been Tyler Rollinson. Have a nice day, and I will see you all on Saturday for the match against Peterborough United. Take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you all then.